So, yeah, let's start from the beginning. What's a membership? Here for me, I like to do like the analogy is called, yeah? Analogy? That's a real word in English, no? Okay, thank you. Because first of all, Netflix, Spotify, Google Workspace, whatever, Amazon, ActiveCampaign, HubSpot, Evernote, that's what we are used to call memberships because they have a monthly recurring payment to offer a monthly recurring service. But I love to have that analogy for being the difference between subscription and membership. So for example, we're gonna use like gym and CrossFit, and we're gonna see like all of these are subscriptions and not membership. For example, gym, if you go like 20 minutes from your home, you have the gym 20 minutes by car from your home. If tomorrow it opens a new gym just in front of your house, you're gonna change the gym, right? You were going to the gym, 20 minutes, you have a gym just in front of your house, for sure you change. But if you are going to a CrossFit, any of you here do CrossFit? No CrossFit guys here? But for sure you know CrossFit. If any of you are going to a CrossFit 20 minutes from your home, and tomorrow opens a CrossFit in front of your home, probably you are not changing. You are still going to that CrossFit. Why? Because in your CrossFit you have a family, you have more than a service. You have there your people. And that's the difference mainly between membership and subscriptions. For sure Netflix, Spotify, all of that, open it like a great window. They help us to understand like we pay monthly for a service. But that's not a membership, that's a subscription. And the community is what makes a membership, a real membership sense. Building a family, being together, like-minded people, like we all are doing here. That's not a subscription. Subscription you are paying. But who loves Netflix? Nobody. If my movie tomorrow is in HBO or Amazon Prime, I change Netflix. I don't give a fuck about Netflix. And that's the real truth. Problem and why? Why memberships? All of us are feeling like the higher costs when it comes to advertising, for sure, plus more competitors. Even more now, after the COVID effect, like everybody is going to the online world. Even Adidas that was creating their own collection of NFTs. So that means that everybody is getting into the online world. That means more competitors. Then we are not claiming to sell only once, we need to sell more. We need to make a longer lifetime value. And the longer lifetime value, the king of lifetime value, that's membership. That's the real concept of membership. Cross-sell, upsell, that's the real world. Current consumer trends and its business perspective. Why? As we were saying, more brands, more competitors, commodities are over. So if you are a small brand, you are treating yourself as a commodity, you're gonna die sooner or later, for sure, nowadays. This is the new reality. Brand trends, clients are harder than ever to get, for sure. We are not aiming to sell once, we need to have a longer lifetime value and purchase trends. All of us know that something like it takes 4 times easier to sell another product to the same customers, but in memberships it's even bigger. So it takes 8 times easier to the member pays another subscription than to get another client. That's big numbers. Who we are? Me and Eric. Eric couldn't join to this trip, but he's here with us. Vidence Club, we have our own Latin dance membership that we went from 0 to 300 during the first year. And it's 15 Media, that's our agency, but we have membership with consulting and mentorship, and we have helped Corina, CorsoFit, Spanish important fitness membership, also gaming membership, trading membership, Chavis Querihuela, that probably you know him for sure, he's the YouTube ads king. Patrick Wynn, also this guy, probably you know him also. And Alex Izquierdo, also he's a guy from the Spanish market in marketing. Round table, let's start from the beginning. First question, guys. Like we were talking about, micro communities. So do you think that the online wall is going to that micro communities? Do you think it's a trend there or not? And why? So, Christian.
Totally. I think micro communities are very, there's a very big opportunity there. For example, our micro community is just people that want to learn how to how to sell, and they already went through our program. That's a micro community. So we don't accept anybody to our membership that didn't go through our program. And people say, but that doesn't make sense. Yes, it does make sense, because those are the people that are going to be more engaged. They already received value 8 weeks. They already know us. They already know our style, what we can do for them. And that's why we want that micro community to grow. Otherwise, if we put somebody else that's out of that ecosystem, there's not going to be like a very good match. Like all the personal development that they did, if somebody didn't go through that, it's like we're in a completely different level. And that's the big thing about the community.
Absolutely, absolutely. You, Albert?
Yeah, you can. Can you listen to me? Oh. Yeah, sure. I'm going to tell you one of the first mistakes that we did in our first membership site, the one that we shut down. We based our membership site on content, and that's not what people want. Producing content is time consuming, it costs money, and don't do that. Just base your membership site in the community. The community itself is going to produce the content. People like to gather, people like to share, and we realize that you can find a lot of content online. You can find many things, so that's why people are not going to pay you every month just for content. What they want to do, they want to be part of something. That's the first learning that we did in our first failure. Yeah.
Well, sure. Actually, the membership is the consequence. No? You are offering value, and then you are getting paid for that. Not the opposite. You are not doing a membership because you, as a business, want an only recurring revenue. You are offering a service, and that service, it takes longer with the time.
And then if you gather people with a certain level, they're gonna produce the content, and that's gonna be more valuable content, because the content that you can produce is good, but then when you have like many people with the same level of something, it can be marketing or whatever, in our case is psychology, the content is much better. People share, and you can get many good things out of it.
In your case, Christian, your backend membership, it's based on content, on community, and what?
It's based on content and community, but the content that we do for that community, it's a live content that we do. We have structured it with, they have 2 sessions a month with us. 1 session, we don't need to prepare anything. Questions and answers. That's it. And that's a value for that. But we do that strategically. Why? Because every question that somebody has, if that's a question that we can answer, and then we can create content in YouTube for that, that's going to be like a positioning, not to pitch the membership because they cannot go in, it's just to reuse that content. And the second time that they're out with us, they do get content, actionable content. And that's something interesting with communities. When we surveyed their, after 6-7 months, why they still are in the community, they told us because of the belonging to the community. They didn't care about the content that much. It's the sense of belonging to the community. And for us, it was like freaking out, because you or us, like a content creator or a course creator, we are always obsessed to deliver more, over-deliver, but it's truly like that some people are willing to pay just because to be with a like-minded community, even if they don't do anything else. Now we understand that, and we're happy to receive money from people that the only thing that they like is to open their Zoom and be around like-minded people, because the whole day they're around people that they don't like. You understand what I mean? And they're willing to pay for just that. And we needed to accept that, and say, okay, well, good. There's also another kind of people that always want the content. That's good. But if it's not much about the content, it's about what the content can transform that people. If they can apply 1 thing, 2 things, that's a major hit.
And it happens sometimes that we try to justify the price with more content, and that's not what they want. it happened to us, no, at the beginning. Okay, they're not happy. They want more content, and it was worse. They want just a few content, good quality content, and then a big community. That's the main thing. That's what we're gonna do in our next membership.
Sure. For example, now there are many info products. I want a membership. Okay, I want to just make an amazing bundle of all my courses and do a monthly payment. That doesn't work for sure. And Patrick can say that also. Patrick, how it was for you? That from being a course creator to create, this is a community for sure.
So I think what Christian just said, that people want to be around like-minded people. I mean, it's more or less what we do also this weekend, right? If you then complement it with valuable action items, content, synergies and stuff, I think that is the recipe for the future. Plus, what I would really love to share with you from the bottom of my heart is that now with almost 32 years, the first time in life, I'm financially super calm. It's not that I'm a millionaire, not yet, but it's not because of that, but I can really plan exactly. I mean, I already know, thanks to you guys, thanks to the Spanish crew, I know exactly how much I'm going to earn in February. Actually, almost all of you have contracts until December. I'm financially super calm, like super calm. Like I did e-commerce, I did selling online courses, but I was always stressed. There were good months where I made over 100,000 euros in profit a month, and because I'm the only shareholder there, it's nice. But I was always still hustling, like what happens next? Great, 140,000 euros in profit in June. Well, great. But then I still woke up on Monday in July and I was like, fuck. Again, I have to pay the team, CPM is high, ROAS is below 1 for the online course, fuck that shit. That's not the case anymore. Plus lifetime value. I mean, with something like with Manel, for example, we worked since the early 2020. I actually worked since 2018. But in 2020, he joined the Mastermind. He joined in 2021 again. He joined in 2022 again for the entire year. I hope, my dear friend, you're going to join in 2023, 2024. Lifetime value is high. Lifetime value is very high. No customer acquisition cost and peace of mind at the stage that I've never ever had before in my life. I just really wanted to share that. And thank you. Appreciate it.
And that's a consequence also. Manel, everybody here can feel that they are safe also being here in a community every month. So you are giving value every month, then I feel safe also for being here. I know that if I have any problem, I can be here, just share it with all of you, and I will get a solution. So you are feeling more comfortable because you are giving that to the people, for sure. And that makes total sense also with the next question now about info products. So if will the evolution of the info product will become like via the memberships. Any of you here guys have an info product? Course creator, whatever? Davorin? You want actually the course that you explain us.
Brand
A great course it is, yeah? How do you think that it will become your course? So now for sure you have the course. Do you think that you will need to convert your course into a membership, or you can create something that will be both together? So first of all the course maybe, and later on the membership, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. A membership after that. I was talking to Patrick, what could be a next step, like expert mastermind or consultants mastermind, something in this direction.
No, that kind problem. Sir? No, you are the sir, right?
I was saying, I'm actually about to launch my info product, like a 6-week coaching program for coaching trainer consultants to do lead gen themselves. And it really strikes me now because my plan was to say after those 6 weeks, when they learn everything they need in order to run campaigns, I was actually asking them to subscribe to an ongoing support service, so to say, right? But what you're saying is don't do that. Right? Don't just charge on a monthly basis to do something different, right?
Or do that.
Or do that.
So it doesn't matter if they do like 6 weeks program, but they are not able, people are not able to fly alone. It doesn't matter, you can offer a back-end membership that's also like
that's what
Christian and others, they will
kind of
have.
like the fallback, so to say, whenever they still feel insecure, they can, I don't know, 99 euros a month or something, like simple, once a week there's a Q&A call or something, and
For
for
sure.
one of my employees. So
For sure, you have learned or you have teach them how to fly alone,
Yeah.
but now they are still fly or they are just start flying. They just want to move around and see you face there. Hey, I have a few problems. Just help me solve that. For sure. Well, as you both have.
Yeah, we're introducing now in our membership the physical delivery of a product. So because we said how can we get a higher rate of retention? So every 3 months, if you continue in the membership, you'll get something physically into your house, and that's a limited edition. There's no download, nothing. You receive it in your house. The way we came up with that is because one of the most valuable things that you can have of a client is their address. In our e-commerce business, it's the most valuable thing. Because once we tested something out with people that stopped paying us for consulting, we said, how can we recover these kind of clients? So I'm telling you something so you can pick up some ideas and maybe incorporate that in a membership, or to recover people that stopped being in a membership. And once we created a strategy and we said, okay, we have their address, their invoice address, so we're gonna send them there like a big package, very big package, like in yellow. So, and it says confidential for the person's name. And when they open the package, they see a boomerang with a letter, handwritten letter. And the boomerang, when you see the letter, it makes sense. And it says, we want you back. You know, you've been 6 months away. Now we really want you back because of this. And this is like a boomerang, so you understand why we want you back. You know, and if they didn't answer to that, then we'll send them like a silver platter with a note. Hey, this message is so important that we're delivering you in a silver platter. And then the next one, if they didn't respond to that, we send them like a bottle with a message in the bottle. This message is so important that it's in a bottle. So we used like a creative way to recover people back, and that's when people say they're so creative, they're doing something different, we want to engage. And if you can recover with these kind of strategies 20% of the people, that's a lot of money. Yeah.
Patrick, where's my boomerang?
No, I think it's brilliant, because you just said if you can recover 20% of the people. We all know the old wisdom that it costs on average 10 times more to acquire a new customer than retain an existing one.
Yeah.
And if Christian says we can really increase retention by these kind of things, like for me, for the mastermind, what you just said,
Yeah.
it's gold. Like I can really, have all the physical address.
Yeah.
That it's not that expensive to send a boomerang, a bottle with a message.
It's not expensive.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
It's really brilliant.
One marketing agency had a problem getting their attention of their leads, and they had the addresses because they send them like a physical PDF one time, and we wrote something and we put like an aspirin, two physical aspirins glued into the letter, and we told them the first sentence is, take 2 of these and you will never have headaches to get clients, And then the pitch was that, and it was so original that the owner said, hey, listen, we're already working with somebody else, but when the contract is finished, just because of that, you really brought up my attention. So this is completely different. We want to work with you. So when you have physical address and send something and be a little bit creative and do something different, it makes the difference at the end. So that's why we picked it up, because on our memberships, every 3 months, we're going to send something physical.
That's amazing. Monthly payment?
Monthly.
Payment?
Yeah.
How much did they pay?
179.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's money.
That's money.
Yeah.
But if they pay attention.
For sure.
Have you thought about annual payments?
Yes, we thought that and we did that, but we don't want to do it because of cash flow for the company. It's just we rather want to know exactly how much we can get into a year in every month, because maybe we want to change our strategy and stop the membership.
Yeah.
Then we need to, give back the money just in case. So for us, it's better to know, okay, in Stripe, we know this amount of money is coming exactly next month.
How many months do you say?
Average 5 months.
The thing is, I like annual payments because there's one thing that it happened to us when When you have monthly payments, I mean, every business is different, but when you have monthly payments, the customer has to decide, has to make a decision each month, because it happens to me when I have, for example, HBO. When I see HBO in my bank account every month, I have to make a decision, and I don't want to make the customer think too much. You know, I don't want to make them overthink. That's why, if you make them make 12 decisions in a year, it can happen. Then the odds are against you. I mean, it's pretty high the chance for them to one of these months to say, okay, I'm not gonna stay, I'm leaving. No, but you know, every business is different, and not everybody wants to pay annual in advance. But I like that because also you attract committed customers, and I like commitment. I want to have just a few committed customers, and not a bulk of non-committed.
And more
people.
cash flow to your business also. To scale.
Yeah, if you don't,
scale
that's
faster.
right. If you don't have a lot of capital, if you're starting, it's good because you have money in advance, and then you can invest that money in your product, in ads, for example, and it's a strategy that I like it. And I don't know, you guys try. Yeah.
I love the annual
Yeah.
payment for sure. For example, if you know that they stay 4 months, you charge for the annual payment something like 6 months. So it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Or 197 per month or 500 per year. It's like, wow, it's a no-brainer offer for sure. That's a sexy offer. And your monthly, or the money you are getting is even higher than the one you should get if they stay 4 months, for sure.
Yeah.
Next one, low ticket, high ticket. When and why? Also, that's for sure it's an open question, but when we should go for a high ticket membership, like the one we have here, like 200 a month we are paying everybody here, no?
For the levels.
Or low ticket, for sure, low ticket. Most of the time we think, no, low ticket, just a membership, like Albert said before, 20 euros a month, then I don't need to do anything. What do you prefer? To do something and get a high ticket, or to don't do anything that most of the times don't work and have a low ticket? What do you prefer, guys?
I prefer high ticket but I mean, the thing is, I like committed customers, and it happened to me that I have a low ticket, and customers were getting into my membership site. Okay, it's just 20 euros. They are lazy. They are not like, they don't get into that, and then after some time they leave, and they say, oh, it was not worth it. What the fuck, you didn't try it, you know? So that's why I like them to pay, so they're gonna be forced to try it. That's why I like high ticket. But it depends on the funnel, on where you put it on the lifetime of your customer. But I really defend the high ticket membership, but it depends on the business for sure.
Me too, 100%. So for us, we believe it's like a high ticket just to pay up an upfront fee of 1,995 plus a monthly payment. It's a lot. So we know those people at least are going to do something. Of course, when they pay that upfront, they get also a lot of value. We do an event, right? They get content already that's produced, so they get a ton of value, and it's also like, if I make just numbers and I'm very calculating with numbers, I rather prefer like 50 people than 5,000 people, because with 5,000 people I need more support, and with 5,000 people I need more resources, and at the end the margins, if you pay everything, you say, okay, 179, but if you include the VAT, if it's included, and you have to pay the IRS, etc., etc., at the end, maybe it's like net 90 something euros, right? And if you're 20, at the end, really, it's like you're making 8 euros per week.
It's much better thing in terms of profitability than volume. So
Yes,
for sure.
And offer more value.
Yeah.
Also thinking about that first concept about micro communities. If you want to create a community, you will be able to create that if you are chasing high ticket.
Yes.
With low ticket, you cannot create a community.
Correct.
You cannot offer your time and your effort there, for sure. Yeah.
So if you guys were thinking about low ticket, forget it. No, I mean, there's a lot of business with low ticket and they work, but just
For sure. You
like Robin, for example, he has the membership for 19.99, right? And the thing is, he's connected with the the Amazon platform and stuff. What's your take, Robin? Like, would you stay? Let's imagine you would be independent from Amazon. Would you still have it at 20, or would you have to put it at like 100? What would be your price?
I'm totally in the opinion of you guys at stage, so I'm a fan of high ticket because of the points that already said. We don't have to forget we still have high ticket payments. So the deal we have with Amazon Prime is more a branding deal and get attraction to our brand and brand awareness. And of this people who are inside, we want to make an upsell for our high tickets.
What's the upsell? A membership also, high ticket membership.
Yes.
What's the product? Sorry. So what do you offer?
We mostly we run education program for young entrepreneurs. So we organize Germany's biggest event for entrepreneurs, and we already spoke there. So we have a lot of international speakers from all over the world to speak there, and that created a big awareness for our brand, and of that we created membership teaching. But it's not a personal brand; it's like a platform. So we bring all the stars of our niche together, and they are our teacher.
And you give them like pre-recorded content plus events plus networking.
Yes.
Okay. So that works so good also with the next one, the sales strategy, because I've never heard about that Amazon strategy. That's so interesting. If you can explain it a little bit more, that would be great.
How we get to Amazon?
Yeah, or how do you sell through Amazon?
So we are, like I said, we are Germany's biggest conference for entrepreneurship. So we are more than 6,000 people, so nearly 7,000 people. And I wanted to create a TV show. So I wrote a concept for TV shows like, I don't know if you guys know Voice of Germany, Voice of Spain, something like this. Or in Germany we call it Deutschland Superstar, Germany's searching superstar, something like this. So we created, we combined, I think in America it's Shark Tank, in Germany it's Die Höhle der Löwen. So we have a lot of the juries, you all know from Höhle der Löwen, and we wanted to create a new TV show with Amazon Prime, and Amazon Prime looked at our concept and said it's really cool. So that was the touching point for Amazon Prime. Then we have to cancel our event because of COVID, and they were still watching us and said, okay, we have a good brand, we have a big community, so we want to try your Founder Zone. It's our membership called Founder Zone. We want to try it with you for your first experience with education in general on Amazon Prime. So that was the entrance to Amazon Prime.
Nice. And how do you do the upsell? And the people
So we have email and webinars, and we still have live calls into the membership.
individual live calls or group?
Group calls.
And when do you, so which month do you start offering the upsell? Like for example, have you tried in the third month people are able to buy the upsell, or in the 6th month or whatever?
So yes, it's different. So people are different, but we have every month we are softly pitching, and every 3 months is so an hour frequency is every 3 months we want to make a big launch or something.
Okay, nice. Good. For you guys, sales strategy. What do you think? I'm an annual payment lover for sure. But
So-
what's your best hack when it comes to sales strategy for memberships?
So when we sell the strategy, so
Yeah.
we have like an 8-week program, right? Well, that's the upfront, the €3,000 program. It's 8 weeks. On week 7, we pitch them the membership because they got already so much value, and then we use that last week where that session it's really like they blow their mind, and it's like then we pitch that again, and that's where people are at the end like join. So we try it on the 8th week, but if we do it on the 7th week, it's like they're like, should I do it? Should I don't do it? Then the momentum comes in from people that are already joining. Hey, I'm in, I'm already in, and that creates the momentum. And then we close it, and then we suddenly have it until the next launch. You cannot join.
You have a week just to think about that.
Yeah.
And what's the conversion rate, more or less?
It's about 50%.
Nice. That's great. That's
Did you
amazing.
say 50?
50%.
50% free money. So for sure.
Yeah. That's why I said before, when we analyze who are the people that buy, upsell, those are the most qualified leads for us.
That's it.
Where are they? Most of us are there in LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And for people in Latin America, just 3,000 euro, it's a lot of money. Imagine paying again 2,000 euro and a monthly statement.
Mhm.
So we have people from Chile, from Colombia, from Mexico that are inside there.
Yeah.
So again, that makes our lifetime value
And
go.
you can pay more for that leads because of that. for
Of
sure.
course,
You can be less profitable in the front end because you have the back end.
we are willing to pay 2,000 euro for somebody to pay 3,000. We could even pay 2,500 because we know when we sell on the 7th week, we have that high conversion.
Half of them,
Jump
that's the
in.
key. That's the key for sure.
Yeah.
That's the brand that will success for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the bigger the community, the more people will join because it's like, hey, I'm in, of course you should join. Hey, it's incredible. So creates that momentum.
For sure.
Yeah, I totally agree with that strategy, and you have to know that you know that people when they finish something, when they finish, for example, our program, they're not ready, and they're never going to be ready. The thing is that sometimes they don't pay you afterwards to use the community. They're going to pay you to have the safety of using the community when they need it. It's, for example, maybe I'm not going to use it every day, maybe I'm not going to use it every week, or maybe I'm going to be out for 6 months, but I know that they're going to be there when I need them. So I'm not paying to use it, I'm paying to have that safety, and that's money. I mean, that's the main benefit for me. I feel safe.
And you are offering like a 3 months program for 2,000 euros. So for
Yeah.
sure it's a high ticket product
Yeah.
that you are offering a transformation in 3 months, but after that they will
Yeah.
need that help.
Yeah, and I thought at the beginning, I thought, okay, they're not ready, they need something else, but they're not going to be ready ever, because it's like when you pay the medical insurance. I'm not paying to use it every week, but I know that when I need it, I'm going to use it. That's kind of the same. I'm going to use it when I really need it, so I'm safe, I feel safe, that's why I pay.
The transformation that never ends.
Yeah.
Okay, so
There's a question over there, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a question in terms of low and high ticket memberships, especially memberships. What's the highest high ticket membership you've seen, and what's the deliverable there? What type of value do people get for the high ticket memberships, and what's the highest price for those that you've seen?
For me, it's masterminds for sure. Like 30k per year, for example. What's the value there? The community, 100%. So the value is 95% of the value is the community. You can add pre-recorded content, you can add whatever you want, but the value is also the community, for sure. What's the community? The connections, networking. It's an investment.
I think the more expensive it is, the more important the community is.
For sure. For sure.
And I have a quick question, follow-up maybe for you guys, because very often for those masterminds, also what you've seen a lot is that when it's like a business strategy-oriented mastermind, those masterminds, for example, I don't know, for example, Sam Owens mastermind, 36k per year, would be around 3k per month. And that's usually for those people when they're trying, they have already a business that makes maybe like around 100k per month and so on. And then it's just for them, they want to be around the guys at the same level, right? But when you guys, for example, if you don't offer something that is oriented to a money return, right? So how do you then structure the pricing with the people that will be in the community, right? So when it's not about, I want to be around like big players, but I want to be around, like just the community side of things. So how would you then say you should structure a high ticket membership when it's not really about being around big players in the community there?
What do you think, guys? I think that there is a difference between business and life. So it's because you're gonna get money back from that investment, that's an investment. Then you can charge as much as you are able to give value back that they will charge that in the future, for sure. But in your case, Christian, is business, in your case, it's not business.
Yeah, in my case, it's not business, but it's kind of the same because when they pay money, for example, with expensive membership, Mastermind, for example, it's because they wanna be with people at the same level. But it doesn't, I mean, money, you have to take money out of the equation because in terms of psychology, for example, you have to think that our membership afterwards the program, people who haven't been in our first program are not going to be able to get there. If they want to pay, I'm not going to let them in. So you have to be here first and then you're going to have the chance to pay for the membership side afterwards. So I'm going to gather people with the same level, with the same mind level. And it's kind of the same. It doesn't matter if it's to make money, to talk about nature, because maybe for us money it's important, but maybe for some of the people the important thing in life is climate change, nature, I don't know. And they want to be with people with the same level of consciousness, you know.
Quick follow-up to that one, because that's interesting what you guys said. So you have this 3K program, right? And then after that you do, how much did you say, like a 200 a month membership, right? It was in your case, right?
It's 179.
179,
yeah.
right? And how much does the deliverable change from the initial program to the monthly membership? Is it like that the calls, it's exactly the same what they get, and the content access is exactly the same? Or how is that? Is it changing that in the 3 month program they have more access, and then in the monthly they just have a little bit of, you know, once per month you have some support if you need something? Or is it the same level? Or how does that change?
It's like, as I mentioned, we have like 2 sessions where we just answer questions.
Yeah.
So it's they have like a more access to us. You know.
The initial program is the same, or is it?
No. The initial program, when we sell the 3K program, is there with us every Wednesday in a group settings, right? Where we teach, we practice, and that's every Wednesday, right? And so I'm going to mention something else so you can see a little bit why the conversions also to the upsell. Then we have like people that are like mentors that have already success with what we taught them. And those people have, like, if we have like a group of 100 people, we will have 10 mentors or tutors that are already successful with with what we taught them, okay? And they have every one of them has like 10 people to them. So it's like we have a big community, and then they have their small community. So every weekend, they'll get coached with that mentor. We are not in that equation. So they get a lot of perceived value during those 8 weeks, okay?
You pay these mentors, or how does that?
We pay them. Yeah, we pay them.
Do they have business themselves usually, or how?
Sometimes they have business themselves, or sometimes they're just freelancers and they close based on commissions. But for us, it's important that they produce results, and they can, if they didn't go through a problem, they cannot help another one solve that problem. What happens? That when we, at the week 7, we sell the membership, they always consult with who? With the mentor. Should I do this? Should I not? So that mentor is also in charge to sell them that membership, because they already created like a bonding relationship. You understand what I mean? And that creates a nice climate. Then when they go to the membership, they'll have a better access, because then I can mood you, hey, respond to me, I'll respond exactly to you. And then the content, the second session, we create like a higher level content. So for example, if during the 8 weeks I told you about how to do good questions in a selling environment, maybe in the membership we go with advanced questions. So if you haven't gone through the first course, you're not going to pick up So we always extend the knowledge that they already have. So it's always an expansion of what they know.
Mark?
Quickly, yeah. When you think about community, what do you think of, what's your take on gimmicks such as awards, medals, labels, etc.?
So important.
Okay.
So important. Because when we sell the membership, they get access to our yearly event.
Yeah, last year I asked Patrick to finally give me that I'm part of the Patrick Wind Mastermind label. And
Yeah.
He still hasn't produced it, so just a quick reminder.
Side note.
No, seriously, because
Yeah.
some people in Germany, they send out awards when you reach certain goals, or they kind of make you identify their community by putting a label on you or tag on you. And I wasn't sure if it's just game or really meaningful.
Huge important. They need to get a recognition of their good work. So when we do that event, it's an event for them where it's like the Grammys, the Oscars.
Yeah.
There are the people that are going, and we make a big show. We spent like 30,000 euros just in 2-day event because we want like a show. We want them to come together, and then we give prizes to people that had 5 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures, and that's the way that their community is also like feeling very special. That's a big part.
And the gamification inside the membership, so the roles for sure, that's important. If you are here for 1 year now, you can have more benefits. What means that benefits? That you can do a masterclass, as Christian was saying before. I have a client that, for example, that mentors are team leaders that were members before. But after 1 year, you can become a team leader.
Yeah.
That means that you are a team leader, so you don't pay them. Maybe they don't pay the membership, maybe they keep paying, whatever. But they are in charge of helping the other, helping others. That's amazing. But how can you get there? After 1 year, after 6 months. Every time you go to a live session, you get points. After those points, you can change them for whatever. Give whatever. That's so important, the gamification. Yeah. What else, guys? That's all. You're hungry? I think that just to finish, like the funnel of a membership, I think that the most important thing that in a normal funnel we're always trying to do impulsive purchase. We want to sell. But in the sales branding funnel, the funnel for memberships, the important part is here, the premeditated purchase. If you are able to do premeditated purchase, then the retention will be bigger and bigger, and you will start doing like sales and branding. That's the key, to do sales and branding all the time. So your business will be bigger and bigger and bigger. Retention, upsell, whatever, everything here. So that's all. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.